Good morning, Matt Delacruz here with the Winning Minds Group, part of the John Maxwell team, and welcome to Mondays with Matt. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a fantastic weekend and looking forward to another extraordinary week this week as we kick off the last Monday of the month of January. That's right. We are concluding the first month of the year of 2019. I encourage you, I implore you to do a checkup from the neck up sometime this week just to make sure that you're on course and you're on track towards your goals of 2019. Because as we go through that first 30 days are critical because you're either going to be at the turning point, you're going to be at the turning point to go from the deception part that you fought to get through the transformation. And then you have 36 more days to continue with doing the right things every single day, and then you will achieve and accomplish the goals. Last week, I talked about maximizing our potential. That every living creature on the planet grows to its full potential except human beings. And the question with that is why? And the answer to the why is because we as humans were given the dignity of choice. I talked about that last week because we do have a choice. And we all know a lot of people that are out there that have the potential, that have the intellect, but they're just not using it to their advantage because, again, they have a choice. So I gave you 3 exercises to do this week. And of course, I want you to do it last week, and I want you to do it this week as well. And that is number 1, I want you to be intentional. Don't have good intentions. They usually fall through the cracks. Be intentional. Do everything with purpose. Go out of your way to be intentional about that. Number 2, I wanted you to be aware. Step outside your comfort zone so you can see the level of awareness out there. Be aware of what's outside that we're not utilizing, that we can use as tools to equip ourselves to take it to the next level. And the third thing was every single day when we're encountering or we're confronted by an opportunity of either opportunity for growth or opportunity to be uncomfortable, then take the time to step outside your comfort zone. Because every time you step outside your comfort zone, you're growing, whether it be taking a risk or just getting out there to feel uncomfortable, because being uncomfortable means you're growing and you want to be able to do that. So this week I wanted to kind of piggyback off of that and talk about how do we get the most out of the day? How do we get the most out of every single week? And here's a great little quote I want to start off with by Nathaniel Branden. And here's his quote. He says, "The first step toward change is awareness, and the second step is acceptance." Again, are you aware of where you could be? Are you willing to accept what you need to go through to get through that new change in your life? And, people often ask me, they say, "Matt, what do you do to prepare for the week?" And it's called preparation on purpose. What I do is I'll take my journal, I'll take my calendar, and I cross-reference it. I gather up what I've learned through the week, because as you know, as I mentioned before, I get from the day. I don't try to get through the day. I get from the day. And then I cross-reference from my journal, my notes of the week, and then I cross-reference it with my calendar. And then I look at my calendar, I said, did I allow enough time for my family? Did this make me, everything that I did, the decisions, the choices I made, did it take me closer to my main objective in life or to set me back some? Because I think it's important that we go through that part, because when you go through that process of it, when you go through that part, this is where everything starts making sense. So when I do that, then I prepare. So I take 1 hour at the end of the week, every Sunday, and then what I'll do is I start cross-referencing, and then I start preparing. Think about this. Every professional athlete, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, hockey, golf, tennis, whether it be a team sport or an individual sport, they're going to spend more time in preparation for the game. So if you think of every day as a game, then you got to make sure you're preparing for the game. And then you create the mindset and the state of mind where you play every single game and every single day to win. And that's how I do it. So I want to start off with 3 things today. And I want to talk to you about what we call the 3 attitudes, and the 3 attitudes of preparation. The first attitude is the attitude of surrender. So the first thing you have to do is you got to realize that you must surrender your emotions not to get involved in the outside conditions and circumstances. Surrender yourself to say, you know what, I'm not going to get involved in politics, the government shutdown, what's going on out there. You got to surrender that. There's nothing you can do about that. People ask me, they said, what do you do on that? I said, well, I surrender myself and I put it in the hands of God. To me, that's the best thing to do. God's got bigger hands than I do. I'll surrender it to God. The second thing is you got to have an attitude of sacrifice. See, we're going to sacrifice during the day. We got to make sure that what we sacrifice is the right thing to sacrifice. You might sacrifice time from your family for your business. You might sacrifice your clients for your family. Again, we have to have the attitude of sacrifice. I'm willing to give up what I got to get what I want, but as long as I know What for and how long? And that is the attitude of sacrifice. And the last one, of course, is attitude of service. Every single day having the right attitude to serve other people, serve the less fortunate, serve the people who need it. Again, if you've been blessed, bless others with your blessings. If you have that attitude of service, that I'm here to serve you, I'm here to help you, I'm here because I want to help you grow, lift people up, up level people, whether it be your customers, whether it be people at work, friends, families, regardless of who it is, a stranger, have that attitude of service. So those three attitudes are the best way to prepare for the week. Also to cross reference from the days that you keep track from last week, and let's invest it into this week. Because next week we start the month of February. That first month is already gone. So I want you to think about that this week. The attitude of surrender, the attitude of sacrifice, and the attitude of service to serve other people. So until next week, live with passion, live intentionally, and we'll talk to you next week. Have a great day.